Hi. Oh, this is the driest thing, I swear to God. Much better. Hi, everyone. iPad? You can't be dead. You've been plugged in consistently since last week. Now it's yelling at me about updates. Hi, everyone. How you doing this Tuesday? It feels like Monday. It does not feel like Tuesday. You're eating dinner, Emmy? What am I doing? We have to figure out dinner. No, don't do that to me. I think it was because Steven came home yesterday. It felt like a Sunday. Like, oh, it's the first day of the week. He's back after Kahlo. But he came back on Monday, not Sunday. Oh, congratulations, Storm. Glad you're out of the hospital. I'm eating a protein bar, and I'm almost done with it. But it's going to take me 2 bites, which is all of like 5 minutes, because it's so dry. So I'm going to take one, and then I'll read some alerts, and then I'll finish it. Look at this. I forgot this was in the sketchbook. Relevant. We have a subscription from Chaos Jester AC. Welcome. We also have one from Kennedy KJK 2016. Welcome to you both. We have a 14-month subscription from Boopsnoot. We're at 14 months. Oh my god. Someone stop time. It's going too fast. Cozy Daisy Babe says, do you go live every Tuesday? I've been taking the Tuesday at 1 slot that Steven had, where we did Moon, because it works for me for right now. I do want to stream a little bit more going forward, but probably not this week. Kitsuki Randy says, for a second I thought this was a page for this painting. I was shocked we'd already gotten to red. Nope, this is the Tsushima painting. Storm says, I've been recovering from brain surgery. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad. I bet it's nice to be out, because the times I've had surgery, I've only been overnight one time. It's definitely nice to get out of the hospital and not have to be woken up all the time. Let's see. Cozy Daisy says, I'm normally a VOD viewer. Well, welcome to a live one. Yeah, I'm going to be taking the 1 o'clock slot that Steven and I were doing Moon at for a bit. Next week I do have an appointment though, so I may have to go live earlier next week. So, yeah, I have an appointment at 1:45. Let's see. We have a 14-month resub from Boopsnoot, 13 months from Missing No Leader, 14 months from Sakura Celica, a subscription from Deluminator, welcome, 4 months from Svandera, 10 months from Kita Loves SM, 14 months from Dragon Girl, and 14 months from Brandon. Thank you all. Immediately after breakfast stream next week. Not a bad idea. We could raid me and I could just jump over here and paint. Because I do have to go to my appointment. Because I scheduled it before I thought about Tuesday stream. Because at the time I did it, I was still doing some evenings. Which I might be next week, to be fair, but I have an appointment next Tuesday. Which isn't on my shared calendar with Steven, so I should also fix that. Let's do that. There we go. Secret appointment? It's not really secret. It's just I get my eyebrows done. Because that's something I never learned how to do and never quite figured out. So I just... Professional does it. Alright, let me finish this. Okay. I ate something, had some water. Moving on to this. Let's talk about this. iPad, you are in the way though. That's not much better. Alright, so this was a Tsushima painting, and we were talking last week about having our different value scales, which is what we're doing, because I'll flip back to the page for this painting, and you can see we're starting to do that. And here's kind of the same thing, where I did like the base layer, and then I got darker like each subsequent dark painting. But my goal is to go into solid carbon black, so it's going to be like this opaque at some points. Not the entire thing, but like little parts of it will be. So we were working on that, and this is me testing different leaves and seeing if I wanted to do like transparent red and solid red, and I think I went with just solid red. That feels right. And then I was testing different reds because I have a lot of red paint and I wanted a very particular one, and I think I went with Pyrrole, or did I go with Cad? Cad Hue, maybe? I did not use Naphthol. I did not use Magenta. I don't know. But this was my test page for that. Now I have to find the test page for this. Here it is. We have 13-month resub from Gadzooks and 11 months from Paint Chipper. Thank you both. Welcome in. This is my sketch for this painting on a post-it note. Alright, so here's our painting, and we're trying to make it misty along the shoreline back here. And I'm still doing a lot of layers. We're going to have our Torii gate here in orange. I am doing orange for that instead of the red that is traditional in this style of painting. Sorry, the reason everything is moved over was because I put a wire on the grease eye painting, and if I have to let stuff dry today, I might just wire big painting as part of the stream, because I have to do that as well. So we have our 2 layers that we did last time. We have layer 1 and layer 2, and we get to do layer 3 today. So I need to mix that up into the color we're going to be using and make sure I test it against this, because I do want it to be darker, but I don't want to have too big of a step. Like if you think about going upstairs, you want them to be regular and not like suddenly there's a big gap. So we gotta make sure we do that. So I was using Shading Gray, which is transparent carbon black, and I probably had airbrush extender and probably a little gloss glazing liquid. And I can go a little darker than this, that's fine. We can have like a slightly bigger step, but we need to keep it mostly regular. We have a 14-month resub from Leafily, thank you. Chryselium says, I mean, orange is close enough to red. If we need stuff to dry and I'm out of stuff to do, we can test the oranges. Hi, Keppo. And we can decide upon which orange paint I'm going to use. Or if I have to mix it. Hi, buddy. You want to say hi? Come here. Hello. Come here. Oh, you are all wet. Were you taking a bath in your water fountain? Oh, he's a boy. Hello. Hi. He's a good boy. What do you smell? Do you smell the protein bar? There's no meat in that protein bar. It's all like peas. Look at this boy. This is the boy that hurt up my hand when I tried to pill him while Steven was gone. We got those pills though, didn't we? We just need our nails trimmed to make it easier. Hi. You leaving now? Okay, bye. We have a 14-month resub from Fossix. Thank you. Wait, peas like not sweet? No, what is this one is sweet. I like these because I don't do well with like fake sugar. Like sugar alcohols. Like Splenda and Equate and Sweet and Low. Like all of those make me feel nauseous. So I like these because they don't have that. And they're not the healthiest protein bar, but they're not terrible, I think. And they're at least something I can eat. These are all plant-based. They have pea protein, brown rice, almonds, cassava. Is that how you pronounce that? And there's no dairy, no soy, no gluten, no sugar alcohols. I like them. And it has regular sugar. Cane sugar, that's the word I wanted. So, there's a few that I found that are okay for me to eat with regular sugar. That's just the one I can buy at Costco, so I buy it. Also, my table here was a mess because of doing the wire. So I have like wire hanging around, multiple pliers, screwdriver. All right, let's mix up this gray. I wish I had like a mental recall of how much I had mixed with this instead of absolutely nothing. But that's okay, because I have my swatch. This is why you do swatches. Penguin Frog says, I'm so excited for the person who won Big Painting. I'm excited for them too. Because I'm not shipping it, I asked if they wanted it wired, because I don't like to ship it wired. I don't want it to get like scratched. Ooh, that is much darker. Let's spread this out a little bit to see if it truly is that dark. It is. It's not too far off though. That's fine. I can deal with that. Just add a little bit more airbrush extender. So yeah, I'm gonna wire that painting for them. Because I asked, I was like, hey, a handful of questions. You want me to wire it? And they were like, that would be nice. I have the stuff here. I just wired the grease eye anyway. Actually, all the stuff is sitting here on my table. This doesn't look like I remember, but that's okay. Brandon, thanks for the wire skills. I have a convenient video. So when this gets brushed out, because I had brushed this out very thinly, like spread it out completely, it was lighter. So when I first put it down, it does look a bit darker, and it is a little darker, but it's not a whole lot darker, which is fine, because what I want to do is I do need to start making all of this darker. I just don't want it to be too big of a step, because that's too much. There, now we're on to layer 3. And he says, I imagine the painting handoff happening in some sketchy mall parking lot. No, I have some ideas about where it's going to happen, but that you can imagine that if you want. There are some around here. Alright, let's move that out of the way and go back to Canvas. Brandon has the link for the Canvas wiring, which I had to watch because it's been that long since I wired a Canvas. So I'm starting to bring in details to these. And my hope is that you can see it. Renee says, meeting up at the Golden Corral. Brandon says, I'm going to veto that. Noah says, when you're so good, you have to teach yourself. Past Mallory, what is your wisdom? The wisdom is, wire the canvas at the top fourth. There, that's starting to come together. Like I said last week, this canvas type, or this painting style, is all about layering. So when you start to bring in those layers, it's going to look really weird for a while. And I'm not trying to make this a perfect one-to-one mirror, because this is not as detailed as the stuff that'll be in the foreground. So Noah says, I don't trust any of past Noah's wisdom. Well, that shows real growth. Renee says, I'm going to be studying the varnish paintings because Maddie wants to send some paintings to my parents, so I have homework before we go to the store. You just need isolation, and you need varnish. Layer 3. And now we're going to go back to layering trees and rocks. And I don't like this brush for that. Let's switch. I don't like that one either. I want angle brush, like this one. Probably. This is how I end up with more brushes. I'm looking through my brushes and I'm like, I don't like any of these, but there's plenty of them. And they will work. They're just not what I want in a moment, but they should be. We're gonna pull these 3. We're gonna pull 2 angles, these 2, and then I have a small brush. That really needs some bristles pulled. This pliers is not fine enough to pull this. Dang it. I have tweezers somewhere. Are they in this cup? Nope, they're not. Dang it. We're just gonna have to cut them then with a razor blade. That works. Okay. Let's try this brush. Don't like it either. We have an 8-month resub from Charlotte Dante. Thank you. We'll try angle brush. And I also want to set towel down because ceramic on glass is not a good noise. Oh yeah, that's much better. So I'm just painting the trees down towards where it's misty like this, and then using my finger to blend it in. And he says, watch Mel end up with a cotton swab or something. Hey, we could go there. Maybe not with this painting. I think I'm gonna have to do darker layers for these pines. I knew that going into it, of course, but like, they're just not doing what I need to here on this mountain, in front of the mountain. So we're just still building this. It's fun though to start to see it come together. See, this guy is here. Oh, no, stay there. Don't do that. Don't fall on me. All right, back to these rocks that I feel like I'm literally just making up everything about them as I paint. And they don't really feel like rocks yet. I think I just need to get some harsher edges on them. Because they're starting to work. The stairs are starting to come together too once I start getting these layers in. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit more shading gray into this for my next layer, because we're not making enough jumps, I think. I think I added too much. In my brain I thought, shading gray is transparent. Let's put a few drops in, and then I did, and then it was way too dark. Maybe it's not. Maybe it just looks dark. Oh, you can't even see that, dang it. There we go, layer 4. Painted Ferret says, how's Kepler? Kepler is good. He was on just a little bit ago. He was in here. he is stable enough that we felt like Steven could go to Kahlo for 36 hours. That nothing would happen while he was gone as long as I was here feeding him and pilling him. So that's what we did. I wish I could have gone. I missed seeing everyone. All right, we're gonna give this a second and we're gonna wire big canvas. I will move this out of the way though, so I don't accidentally get transparent paint on big canvas. All right, let's grab big canvas. Big canvas, you are so big. Stay there. I may not use this wire. I may use this wire. I have two types of picture wire. Stay there. There we go. Didn't want to open this and for all the parts to just fly out. Like, whew. Those, and these, and these. How big is big canvas compared to the average canvas? I normally paint on 18 by 24 and this is 24 by 30. This says everything you need to hang. One picture perfect. Why don't you come with photo wire then? With picture wire. That's not in this kit. It's not everything you need. It's literally missing one thing. Are you supposed to hang... So there's two of these. These things? Are you supposed to hang these off that? That seems difficult. Why don't you just wire it and then use one of them? All right, big canvas. This is varnished, so the colors really pop now. It's really sparkly and pretty. You sit up here. Oh, I didn't move that good. And now what I need is I need paper. Hi, Keppo. You're back. Welcome back, sweetheart. Is Steven napping? Did he lock you out? Is that why we need attention? It's because we don't have attention otherwise? I need scrap paper. That's what I need. All right. All right, big canvas. We are gonna rotate you this way and make sure I know which side is up. Up is over here. Oh, that reminds me, I never wrote on the back of the grease eye painting. I should do that for this one while I'm thinking about it. Up. Okay, you sit here and you go up here. That's probably a terrible noise to protect that. And I need regular pen. Regular pen. No regular pen. Gotta get one off my desk. We have an 11-month resub from Daniel Bonin. Thank you. Who says woo? Fountain pen bleed on wood? Maybe. And a 13-month resub from Seemingly Jess. Thank you. Alright, so what do I normally do? I normally sign my name. And then I do, when does this painting finish? April? And I put the year. And then I put all the information about it. And writing on wood is terrible. Alright, so isolation. Coat is golden. Golden pre-mixed isolation. And the varnish. It's the golden spray can in gloss. That's what I do. Didn't do that on the grease eye. Gotta do that later. Oops. Alright, so now I measure down 1/4. So that's 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That is not perfectly 30. But as long as I do the same amount, that is okay. Doodlebrox is neat. I didn't know you wrote that stuff on the back. Yeah, I figure someday if someone needs to pull the varnish off, that whoever they have do that should know that there is an isolation coat and they should know what varnish I used, because that is also a part of the art process of choosing that, because like you may want it to be matte for a particular reason. So we're doing 7.5 down. Let's just go with an even 8. So we'll measure that, and now we gotta go up here and do the same thing. Does my ruler, yeah, the ruler should be that big. Perfect. And now we need to find the middle of the bar and then put a mark there. How big is this bar? 3/4. So there's our marks. Trying to decide exactly how I want to do this, because these are a bit, I normally don't use these, but I had these heavier duty ones and it's a bigger canvas. So I think I'm only going to use one. Shoot. The lip of the easel is giving me a problem. I'm also trying to do this like this way, and this isn't any help. The hardest part is getting it started. Let's try the top one first. Nope. Dang it. I need to do this right side up. That will be helpful for me, which is going to be off screen. Is it? A little bit. It's like right here. Dropped in the trash can. What I should probably do is just do it flat. It's just all dried paint in here, so it's not a problem. I just have to go find it. Dang it! Screw went missing. I have 2 more. I've decided I need to do this flat, which is not happening here or today apparently, so. Oh, it's fine. We're gonna go put you over here, out of the way. So we'll bring this back. Nothing is ruined. I just need to do it flat. So I'm gonna do it on the table downstairs later. Because apparently the easel is not working. Anyway. Yeah, I can find the screw later, but I have 2 extra, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm just mad that was difficult. But downward force will be easier. Lunar, you okay? No. No. It's fine. Anyway, this is dry. We can go back to this. Doodlebrock says, big canvas rejects being wired. Seem to. We will try again later. So what we're doing is we're just building more layers on this. Start the hole first, that may work. Yeah, I have an owl somewhere. It's just not in the studio. So that would help too, but doing it flat on a surface would be easiest. Therefore, I will do it later, where I can do it flat. But we're starting to get to the point with this mountain that I feel like the mountain can maybe be left alone. Gotta keep working on these sides too. Starting to get those layers. Microwave Alistar says, question, how do you deal with cat hair possibly getting in the paint? My bunny's hair is always getting in my paint. I try and get it out as soon as I can when I notice it, but I don't... Kepler's not normally in the studio. I know he was today, but that is not normal. So I try and like lint roll myself with like a lint roller before I paint to make sure I'm not getting Kepler hair in paint or my own hair. But it has happened. Because like it does get on my clothes. And sometimes he does come into the studio like he did today. Is Steven hair ever an issue? No. Not in here. Alright, more rocks. I also have to do this tree shadow. We have a 2-month resub from SophG93. Thank you. Who says, hey all, welcome in. And more rocks. We have a 13-month resub from Yaxtronaut. Thank you. Using the dance emote. I saw so many of those at Coliseum. That's layer 4. So I think I want to do one more layer with the mountain, and then we'll leave the mountain alone and leave that kind of distant looking. Cutest emote ever. Dance emote is my favorite. So bouncy. Ilion did a great job. Like on all of them, that one is a particular treat. Emmy says, I found the bingo moment. I'm surprised John stayed on his feet. Like I said this morning at breakfast stream, you can just like watch the emotion go over John's face, and that's like my favorite thing. Oh boy. When was it decided when Parthia asks? Steven talked about it Friday, but didn't confirm it till Saturday. Saturday morning, he messaged MC and was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. I want it to be a surprise. But I'm thinking about it. I gotta do some things and check. Where did purple paintbrush go? Purple paintbrush? There you are. Under other paintbrushes. Alright, let's see how dark this is. I think that's good. Next layer. Making progress. Back to the angled brush because that one seems to be working really good. Amaya says, we're all in chat during bingo like, oh, it would have been so cool to have the grandparents here for this, and then Steven actually walks in. He was actually supposed to be there during Wii Sports, but he was running a little late. He still made the perfect entrance. Yeah, it worked out way better. So, like, we're not sad about that, but that's when he was supposed to have arrived. Yeah, I think I'm happy with how dark this is looking. So I'm kind of painting these streaks like this, and then I'm kind of blending them in a little bit. And then as we start doing our next layers of trees, now that I leave that alone, this will blend in a little bit better on both sides. And I will be happy with that. Bit late of arrival. Is this painting based off a game or original? This is an original. It's made up of pieces of photos I took in Japan. It's kind of like a composite of like some of that. Like the Torii gate is based off a photo I took in Kanazawa. And I put the pond there because I wanted to do a reflection. That's not from one of my photos. Yeah, once I start to build these trees in here, this will be helpful. Build your own Japan. Japan at home, just this painting. This tree is here. Oh no, don't do that. Blend out. That's better. This is where my shoreline is. The song is way too inspiring for this painting. This tree. All these layers just add up to so much. But like I said on the last layer for the rocks, I just feel like it needs a bit more sharper lines to look more rock-like, because we're losing a little bit of that. They're just kind of like blurry random shapes. It's getting there. And it's the same way with these stairs too. The stairs need to have a little bit more definition. And we're gonna give that a few minutes. I am happy with how it's starting to come together. Like, I knew it would, because that's how it works. It's just like, there's a few tense layers where it's like, did I mess this up? Am I doing this wrong? But you have to trust the process. That's where that comes from. Trust that you can just fix it later. Like, that's how it goes. Let's see. So what was everyone's favorite Kahlo segment? I'm gonna keep it black and white or add color. There will be orange. There's gonna be a Torii gate, the orange gates right here, and that will be orange. I'm not going red, I'm gonna go orange with it. I love bingo, bingo. Not because of Steven, but the rants were hilarious. John versus chat, painting, chaos cookie, bingo. All of Sunday. Nap time. Sleeper hits were yoga and crossword. I wanted to do yoga. And then crossword was fun because it was pie cross. Pit cross. And I was like, oh, I wish I could be there for that. I play it every day. Painting did turn out really well. I would have roasted everyone in yoga. I have gotten better since last Kahlo. I have not been doing yoga. Pie cross her chest. Tim was chilling during painting, Josh was suffering. Tim did tell me during the critique segment that chat went easy on him. You already roasted yoga last year? Listen, if we're doing it next year and if we're doing yoga again, I should start practicing now and get better. It's about time where it's going to be too hot for me to bike all day. I'm gonna have to start getting up at like 4 a.m. to go biking. This is the third year Josh did anything paint related? Yeah, Josh painted the first painting year, which was 2020. And then he didn't paint again until last year, and then he painted this year. Steven nailing the rap in 3 takes during Makes Music, that was amazing. I mean, he got the first section in 1 take. He would have kept going. I have thoughts about if we do painting next year and how it will go. I was brainstorming a little bit with Brandon what that might look like. He had some ideas. It was calmer than usual. Yeah, Tim did do very good. I tuned into the beginning, and then I had to drive somewhere. And then I had to jump on the call, and that's when I got updates. Yeah, I saw he guessed me 10 seconds before Masae even began drawing. That was very funny. Crescelium says, I like that chat submitted ideas. I just thought it was going to be more like you add things over the course of a painting rather than picking out of a hat. Biking in the afternoon is not too bad. It is when it's over 80 already, and it's May. Tom getting pizza and then drawing grilled cheese and tomato soup. I don't know. I should, at some point, write down the ideas that I talked about with Brandon and then think about them for next year and what they might look like and which ones I want to take and which ones I want to not. That might be difficult. I did not go biking yet today. But I was up a little late because I was watching something. Renee says, I feel that. Dieter wants to start walking. I was like, at midnight. Today I woke up, it was 95% humidity. Noah says, bike stream when? It would be very early. Very early bike stream. It's also rained here like the past 3 days, so everything is very damp. Like, I haven't had to water the garden, which is great, but everything on the porch has just stayed wet in their containers and the pots. And I'm worried I'm going to drown the seeds, because like the mint seeds haven't come up. Everything else has sprouted. Mint hasn't? Don't know why. What's a bike ride without a little slippery danger? I went bike riding on Sunday after Steven left, and I was covered in dirt and sand. Like, the whole front of my calf, like on my leg, was just like spotted in sand, and it was up my back, and it was on the back of my helmet. Jess said yesterday's morning walk was 68, 66 degree dew temp, little damp. I have a running belt to put, like, I put my AirPod case in it, I put my key, just like I keep one key on me when I run, and then my phone, and it's also waterproof. And I had that, and I spin it around back, and like that was just covered in sand. Did I ride through a sandstorm? No, it's just real sandy in this area. And if it's like it's like a fanny pack, Noah. It's just like super thin, like it's the thickness of my phone, and that's it. Whenever I hit like a really wet spot on where I ride, it's like the thin bike tires I have, because I have a road bike, they just like sink down in the sand, and like I'm just constantly fighting the bike to stay upright if it's wet. That's frustrating. Renee says, it's been getting real warm here. The kids are done with school next week. They're eyeing that pool. I don't know if our pool is open yet. They were working on it. I saw them out there the other day. That is something I do plan to do. Spray bottle. I don't know. I thought about getting a gym membership for the summer. I could work on flexibility with yoga so that I can do it if we do Carlo next year with yoga. I like swimming too. It's just I don't always want to go swimming. I need to do something with arms too, which is what I was thinking. If I get like a climbing gym membership, then I can like work on that. That was another thought I had. Because I did some rock climbing in college. All right, let's do another layer. That was way too much black paint. Noah says, come to PT with me. We work arms like crazy. The problem with swimming is we don't have a lane at our pool. So there's a lot of children. I just have to go early, I guess. So the cool thing about doing this technique is there's less and less paint put down every layer, because like everything is the first layer. And then you get less and less areas where you're adding the dark, because only some areas get that. Where's Sketchbook go? Hi, Sketchbook. I was hoping that'd be darker. Kind of surprised it's not, based on how much black paint I put in it. Does anyone have the periodical cicadas this year, besides us? They're so loud, it sounds like we live next to a highway. And they don't even sound like the cicada screaming anymore, it just is a dull roar. There, that's what I'm looking for. Noah says we always have cicadas, so it's hard to tell. I've never heard it quite like this. There's our next layer. Casper says, I also live in Raleigh and I haven't heard them at all. Oh, it's a dull roar. Like we always have some cicadas, but they're so loud. It literally sounds like we live next to a highway. All right, angle brush. There you are. I'm sure if you went to like the state park or something by RDU, you would hear them. All right, time to paint more of these trees. So we're going to be painting the trees in front of the mountain now that the mountain is done. So we'll start to see them a bit better. And I'm starting with these two over here. We have a 9-month resub from Hero Chaos Chow. Thank you. Any advice for doing this style of painting, they ask? It's just a lot of layers and patience. Like I was saying, probably right before you came in, like, you have to trust the process because it's a little frustrating when you're like, oh shoot, did I mess up that layer? Did I paint too much? You just kind of have to go with it. And then at some point it starts to come together. And I mean, I'm not doing this traditionally like the way it should be done with true ink, because I want it to stick to canvas. So I'm just like painting the tips of these trees and then using my finger to blend the bottom. Just like I've been doing, it's just darker now. I don't know if I regret that. That feels better. Maybe. All right, back to painting these trees. So let's see, there's one right here. And then one next to it. And then that one. This guy is a bit taller. This one. I'm just picking the ones that stand out the most and starting with them instead of trying to go all the way in a line across. It turns out better a lot of the time. We have a 12-month resub from Mono Starstorm. Thank you for hitting a year. It says, woo, 1 year. Thank you. All right, moving over here. Back to these trees. And bring that tree in just a little bit more.
Shall we begin? Let's begin.
This tree. This tree is this tall one.
Let's begin.
I'm also trying to start to bring in some texture and like individual little details. Which helps a lot with how this looks. And I don't feel like this is actually centered, so let's just fix the tip of this pine tree. That's better. Now it's a little more symmetrical. This one also doesn't feel that way, so we're just going to fix it also. They all kind of feel like they veer off to the left. I don't think I've painted the side of this at all yet today, so we should probably do that before I move on too far. All right, more rocks. Alright, gotta fix these guys over here. I do think I want more pine over here, though. I think I have enough rocks. Let's see, how many layers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 layers. All right. So things are definitely coming along. Adding in the darker colors is really starting to make things happen and look nice instead of just being random. So it's nice to see it change because, like, from last week, even from the beginning of this stream, it's made a lot of strides to having detail, and that is exciting. Steven told me this morning, he's like, it's not this song, but this one, because it has lyrics, reminded me. He's like, there's some songs I need to take off your music library. Remind me before you start streaming. And then I started streaming. So I guess he's going to be fixing that after I'm done today. All right, I want to do a shout out to my Patreon sponsors. Thank you all for your support over on patreon.com/MalMakes. If you're interested in that and the perks, Fossix has the links for you via AutoChaz. You can join our Discord server at the $10 level. We also have a 14-month resub from Radio Drive who says, I just made it to the end. I'm sorry. Chaz, you're here still, right? I just saw you say something. Next week, I will be streaming probably Tuesday, and I will probably be streaming slightly early because, Chaz, I have an appointment that afternoon. So, like, possibilities include raiding myself after breakfast stream. I made the appointment before I took over after Moon. So it's fine. I'll just go live early. I'll just make sure I sleep the night before. And eat. Because today I didn't think about that. Instead I thought about it 5 minutes before I went live. And I was like, oh no, protein bar. Alright, is anyone I know streaming? Probably not at this time of day. Go get lunch. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go have too early for gamers. I'm probably gonna go have some hummus and naan. Everyone's still asleep. Alright, things that are coming up. Tomorrow, Steven is streaming Metroid on his channel. Thursday will be a breakfast stream, and Friday we'll be back to Zelda, because we didn't do Zelda last week because of Coliseum. All of my streamer friends are practically nocturnal. That is very true. They basically all are. Anyway, I'm gonna start getting up earlier so I can go biking before it gets hot. 1 year of Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so much. I'm also gonna go wire this canvas and put it face down somewhere so I can wire it. That will be easier. Alright, thanks everyone for being here. Hope you have a good Tuesday afternoon. And I will see you on breakfast stream Thursday morning. See you later.